Miss Lavender Unicorn, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Chilling at work? Working hard or hardly working? Give me your arms, welcome in. Give me your arms. I've got an expert in here. What should I run today? I was gonna actually build a team to start the stream instead of just like locking something random. First time chatter, Rochetti, welcome in. Shadow, Waterfall, and Polion. Ooh. That sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of fun. Probably need like a little bit of bulk behind it, right? Xander, I was thinking just some good old fashioned great league like we've got in the title. Good old fashioned, back in my day, we had this league called the Great League. 1500 CP limit. Miss K. Kelsey, welcome in. Kelsey, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. Has the ability to just shield through Firo, but I found it pretty hard to cover Kingdra and H Electrode. Interesting. If I go to our handy dandy PvPoke, I wonder what he would recommend. Yeah, Competitors Cup. Also known as the Great League. Only 40 KMs. That's actually really bad because I walked a lot over the weekend, which means I didn't walk much at all during the week. I swear most of those 40 were probably from the weekend alone. Emp Shadow. Swapna, welcome in, man. How are you doing? Dantron's in the house. Sebastian, hello. This Pikachu event is ending soon. I haven't been focusing on it much, but I have not gotten a shiny Pikachu. I did get, however, 3 shiny Raichu from the Mega Raichu raids. Did anyone beat me there? I mean, we could run Corsola. Shadow Emp. Mine is pretty bad. I could check if there's a better one. Piplup and Shadow. Better Emp. I have it labeled. Oh, this is something I probably could have evolved during the event, right? Damn. I can evolve it tomorrow? Wait. Wait a sec. Dude, you caught me just in time because I was about to. Hold off for a day. Damn, give me your arms. Coming in clutch there. So we'll stick to this Emp. Does have waterfall on it. Emp course. Ooh, maybe like jump bluff. Been seeing a lot of jump bluff lately. What I don't like here is I don't feel like I have a very good safe swap on this team. But we could try to make it work. All starter moves are available from 10 a.m. tomorrow. Interesting. What starters would I go for besides Empoleon? I mean, Swampert's always solid. Halucha beats Bug Bite 4 and Shadow. I do have a decent Halucha, Henry. We don't love this. I'm going to like Drill Peck first, I think. Oh. I get a shield. That's not great. Hmm. Eight seconds ago, I decided you were the one. I don't get the catch. He might be able to farm me down after this bulldoze, which is kind of sad. Okay, he's forced to throw at least. I mean, that's kind of good. Eight times out of 10, I'll probably mess it up again. 8 Mile, you're my freestyle. Raphael with a 5 stream streak. Let's go, baby. 5 stream streak. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, I got greedy. I think I live, though, so this is really just going to come down to the Backmon against Corsola, kind of. Nice counting. No debuff. I think we lose just because Tinkaton, I don't think is like farmable. And he gets the 2 moves here. Had I caught the Swift or swapped earlier there, maybe we had a shot. Yeah, had I caught the Swift on... If I catch the Swift, what happens? We still have a healthier jump bluff that could get to a move later and give ourselves a chance. Not a guaranteed win, but at least gives ourselves a chance versus a definitive loss. Paul! Welcome in, my new fellow Wisconsinite. Ace. I saw he was streaming. I don't know what he's running, though. Okay. I just want to go to a place where everybody knows my name. They don't judge the mistakes I've made. Everyone's happy I came. Oh, darling, I don't need much, just some friends that'll carry me home. Barely get that farm down. I just want to go to a place where everybody knows my name. That's some big damage on the drill peck. He gets a sizable farm down on us. Wow, I'm putting a lot of work. So he's at, let's think about this. 2, 6, 10, 11. Not sure how important my counts are. Kinda like us, you and I. You'd be a fine apple. Okay. Getting that shield correct is nice. He's at 2. It's probably still the Gigaton. I might have done myself a disservice here. Yeah, I think I needed to like mm, I don't know. I don't know what I needed to do there. Like, did I just need to let him Gigaton my Corsola? Probably. Probably swapping out. Mm. What's up, Sklumpy? Did I see Nick Sirianni uses ChatGPT to talk to his players? No, I mean, Emp did well there. We just had nowhere for Jumpluff to go. I guess I I guess I could have like gone Jumpluff into Celia, but that would be kind of crazy. Like go Jumpluff into Celia to absorb all the energy. I was gonna top left there like really early, but I decided to be a good sport. Also, I think my Waterfall Emp just takes a lot of damage because it's so bad. I feel like I get break pointed by a lot of these things. He's at 9. They're all running Ironhead, so this one will be on payback. It's probably just over. I'll play it out for now, but this is so depressing. Maybe we'll run a new team here. Not that it's the team's fault necessarily, but at no point I feel like I've had like an advantageous position in any of these 3 games. What do we think, Chad? Is there a certain mom we want to build around? Henry said Halucha. I do have a Halucha. What was Kazim running with Halucha? Daniel says he likes running Sableye, Pylo, Licky Licky. That sounds like a cool team, Daniel. Um, I guess before we abandon this, we could always just like change something else rather than change the whole team. Hmm. I feel like there just aren't a lot of great safe swaps in the meta right now. I'm thinking about like what's a good safe swap? Because like Sableye, there's just Tinkaton and Carbink and Malamar, Stunfisk, Fearows. And yeah, I think I've run that team myself in the past. No one's got any ideas, eh? Some Mandibuzz, whoa. With all the Carbink I'm seeing in the back, though, if I run Mandibuzz, I think I have to lead it. No one has a team. No one has a team, so I'm going to take my time. Build a team that makes sense before I lock something in. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I was looking at moves there. Well, I was looking at like a Halucha team, seeing what it recommends as a pair with Halucha. Licky licky, I guess. Mm, I guess Hawlucha's probably not that bad into Tink. Xander, I'm not going to run Wigglytuff. Um, See, it recommends Mimikyu, but that's because it's not. There's no like competitor cut. Would Charger make sense? Your OG team was Primeape, Shadow Marowak, Reggie. That is a throwback. That's cool though. Build around Skeledirge. I could try. It just keeps getting worse, chat. Another terrible lead. And it lags at first, so it doesn't let me swap as soon as I'd like to. If he overheats here, that would just be tragic. Comes in Licky. 3. I am experiencing a bit of frustration from the results of this first set where I feel the urge. I feel the inkling. Like if I was playing by myself right now, I may have just top left it at this point. Like, I. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Kind of lure him into throwing quicker there. You couldn't like line up a team that counters us much better than that. It's unfortunate. We just don't get it into aerial ace range, unfortunately. Hey, Carmander. How are you? I need a hug, Carmander. I'm 0-4 to start the stream. Butter temperament towards me. We try something a little bit more neutral, like was suggested. Could go back to O Reliable, I guess. I'll go back to O Reliable. See if it does anything for us. What do I have on 8? Feeling some Shadow Alt? Yeah, Shadow Alt is cool. We could try that. Oh, I'm at 2931. I have 29. I have 2800 on our Elo graphic. It's foreshadowing. That's what we will be after this set. Okay, so there's usually a Tink here. This is bringing back memories. The memories of running this team in the past. He throws at 9. He crunches. Crunches 8-7, so he's at 1. Yo, Ace. Welcome in. Oh my god. Welcome in the Ace gang. You are too good, bro. I'm trying to avoid the 0-5 right now. I'm trying to avoid the 0-5. Okay, that's pretty nice. We're double boosted, so I'm probably just going to try and stay in for one shot. And it's Azu. So we should be fine here. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because Azu can, like, barely... I think... Wait. Who wins the zeros? Is it Azu or Stunfisk? One of them, like, barely wins the zeros. But considering we get this chip damage off first, I feel like we should be fine. Because now we have it in bubble plus ice beam range. When in doubt, chat, we had a few options there. We had option A, stick with the team that we kept losing with. We had option B, mauled, rage, throw phone against the wall, break screen. Option C, is a continuation of option B, break monitor, throw computer. Option D, call my mom, start crying, end stream. Option E, start playing GeoGuessr or a different game, Pokemon Champions. Option F, take our time, stay composed, go back to old reliable team that maybe we know how to pilot better, and we got to win. Did we ever get a shout out to Ace? That was the next option. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Option G was call Charmander. All right, one set in. Togue. K9 is like... I said there's no good safe swap in the meta right now. I feel like K9 might be the safest Pokemon in the meta right now. Basically just like dragons, that wallet. Shielding the first is kind of interesting. I want to make this easier to deal with. I'll catch on Azu since he let me. Okay. So he banks a move. He goes AG. I haven't seen AG in a while. I have not seen AG in a while. I think you perfect how you are. You're a star. Yeah, I thought about like switching Ninetales there, of course, but I was like, well, he's just gonna throw. So what good does that really do me? Okay, we're lagging. AG is dry, but he still has a shield, so I'm very much concerned at this situation. I think he lagged a turn, unfortunately. He did not lag a turn. Man, like, I know I'm the one that was taking advantage of it, right? But the visuals have got to be better, man. Like, it affected how I played that. Because had I known he didn't lag a turn, it looked like he lagged a turn to me. I would have still had a chance. Because I would have caught the non-boosted Rage Fist on Primeape, and I still would have had play. But to me, it looked like he wasn't there. Okay, well, that game at least was winnable. That game was at least winnable. I feel like some of the earlier games just were not winnable. Julian Neto, Rise, what's a good team for to PvP for level requirements? What exactly do you mean, Julian? Are you talking about like what's the level requirement? Is it to win a certain amount of games? Is it to play a certain amount of games? I can't switch when I want to anymore. Guys, they're really testing me. They're really testing me today. Normandy, thank you for the follow. Ancient Power. Wow. That's pretty big. Primate flip switch for us. Oh, this is so awkward. I win cap tie. That's kind of nice. Azu up a shield against something? Unfortunately, I lost count. GG. I would have got outpaced there anyway, so had I shielded Ninetales, I wouldn't have won for sure, but maybe. One in six? 1 in 5? I think 1 in 6. Seven? Let's actually try to count moves. We're getting kind of tilted, but we're not actually like focusing as hard as we could be. This Firo is at 9 pecks. 10, 11. Spin you round and round this dance floor. Get you drunk on a love like mine. $10. 665 for EP. So he's at 8. And this is where you know the Firo catch is likely coming. Okay, it's a Tinkaton catch. And our shieldless Primeape's gonna have a tough time, guys, so we might be cooked again. I don't know if I've gotten like just absolutely blasted like this in a long time. These games are not even close. I'm just getting blown out every game. Schopenhoff, I'm good. Six. He does double up on punch, so he can save one, which is good for him. We're just going to throw in bad timing to get this off. Seven. Nice undercharge if that was an undercharge. It's going to do a lot of damage. GG. 1-8. I feel my mind starting to go to that place of like, no matter what we do, we're just going to lose. And that can impact that. Because one thing that happened there was like, I knew he was going to get to another energy ball. I had my counts, and I just like let him get there anyway. You start to devolve into like almost trying to lose on purpose because you're that tilted. Weather ball. The problem we keep encountering is like if I stay in and go down shields, Primate becomes shieldless. If I swap Azu, my Azu swap gets punished. It's like those are the two problems, is why we keep losing these games. And Azu's like yet to find any sort of good spot for us other than maybe the game we won. Please don't lag. I lagged. Maybe the one game I had a chance here. We should win unless he's running like Sky Attack, which the way this has gone, you never know. You never know. They always have the move they need. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, chat. Let's switch something up. Let's take a breather. Licky, Stunfisk, Morpeko. Scumby, I prefer not to run teams where like I instantly lose to things and like, you know, like an Annihilate, right? You just kind of instantly lose in the lead. Yeah, we could run Shadow Annihilate ourselves. Back to retro. So I've been playing greatly the past couple days. I'm kind of forgetting what like is good in retro. Regidrago. Yeah, we never really ran much Regidrago ourselves. So I could do some Regidrago gaming. Licky Shadow Hypno Core. Now, what in the world would you run on Shadow Hypno? Like Ice Punch Shadow Ball in this meta? I don't know. Would you look at that? Maybe it's meant to be. You don't like Hypno, Mo? What's wrong with Hypno? Hip, yes. Pyclo Psyshock. I could always Elite TM Psyshock if we want, right? But maybe we'll try this for now. Psyshock would be pretty useful for like Lapras, Celio, Araquanid. Mark Sanchez just commenting Licky. Yes. Regidrago, Shadow Celio Pod. I do have those mons. What's my favorite Fortress team? You know what? I got really high in boards last season with a Shadow Fortress team that made like no sense. I basically just instantly lost to Talonflame. But I remember I had Fortress, Shadow Fortress, Stunfisk, and I'm trying to remember what my third was. But it just like instantly lost to a Talonflame lead is what I remember. If I saw one. I did watch the World Cup final. I was very excited for it. Not sure if I can get away with Vice Grip here. Shields again. He'll get off a Parting X Scissor on Licky, which is unfortunate. I wonder if I ever... No, he overfarmed too much, right? Oh, so maybe he even gets... Wait, no. Wait, yeah. So he might even get a Rock Wrecker off here, which is pretty bad. Interesting. I'm just going to assume he has a Rock Wrecker on Crustle. Huh? Am I like hallucinating, guys? Did he not have as much energy as I thought? I thought he was like well over an X Scissor. I mean, sure. Also, you rarely see Licky winning cap ties out here. He bashes us. Oh, yes. Yes. I needed this. I needed this from my soul. I needed to Ice Punch a Lapras to win a game. This is how we get ourselves back to life. This is how we resurrect ourselves. Yeah, sheesh. I'm trying to remember that Fortress team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just takes shield advantage. Hmm. Oh. I was not expecting him to undercharge that much. Okay. Did he come out with the weather ball, do we think? So you got to be on point with your counts, Chad, and I am not. Okay, he did not. Uh-oh. So this will come down to whether this chipped Crustle can take Shadow Ball plus Confusions before it knocks out my Shadow Hypno. Come on, Hypno. Let's go. I think Psyshock would have been enough and made that a little bit more comfortable. There we go. We're back. We're back. Hypno the go. Yes. I told you guys I'm not a Great League player. I am a limited meta player. A Sylph throwback player. What have I ever done in the Open Great League? Let's be honest. Limited metas are where I thrive. Dez is the best. Welcome in. I don't know what got censored that you typed. I can't really tell. Also, Homeslice Henry resub with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Homeslice. That was very nice of you. Lazy but talented with the follow as well. Barely holding on. This life gets scary as it goes on. Guys, I feel like Worlds is just too far away. I'm having withdrawals. It's so long. You have like early June NAIC happens. What was that? Like the second week of June? June, a month to July, a month. We've got like it was like a 2.5 month break this season before Worlds. So much time. River of Peace says YouTube. I can use mini player again. What mini player is disabled during the weekend or something? I don't understand. River of Peace. I've actually found that myself sometimes, where like sometimes the YouTube you can like you can minimize the app and it'll be like a window player on your phone, and sometimes it like won't be working for some reason. And it's not like you change the settings or anything, but I've actually encountered that myself. Now that you point that out. Now that we've won a staggering 2 games in a row, we can no longer find a game. Okay. They had to find the hard counter. They can't let this streak go from 2 to 3. Whoa. Put the pressure on here. Was that 4? He's going to have to throw immediately if he's doubled up. Which he does. I may go for... Jump bluffs at maybe like 10, 11. I guess it could be an acro here if he really had that much energy. Ah, that's really bad. I doubt he was even there if he just went for it. Chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down. It should be enough from here. Charja is low, has 1 volt switch. We don't know what the third mon is yet. Whoa. Three wins in a row, guys. I think I was contemplating retirement for a second there. I think I was contemplating retirement for a sec. Just a dice. Thank you. Thank you. Kale B. I was only asking about that team because I gained 300 plus elo with that team, but was curious if it was just a fluke. Which team, Kale? Let me scroll back. Kale. Jump Bluff, Luminion, Clodsire. Gotcha. Jump Bluff, Luminion, Clodsire. Luminion is like kind of underrated, right? I guess it's like, I don't know. It's bulky. I'm not like sold on Luminion. But I know Pyro Panda likes Luminion. The dragons square off. I'll shield the Swift. He shields. We've seen switch can definitely matter. I wish I would have caught that on Licky, but I'll do this instead. Okay. He takes the dragon energy. Oh! Is it hypno time? Is it hypno time? It might be. It might be hypno time. Double EB is not going to be enough. He needs EB plus acro. That looked like a cap tie, but that... Was that the acro? Oh, it might have been, actually. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. He throws on alignment for some reason. I don't know, chat. He's getting awfully close to a big move. And I still need a body slam on Pluff. Oh, wait. Let's go, baby. Did he seriously not have a Bug Buzz or a Water Pulse there? I thought he definitely did. That was just vibe counting, chat. That was vibe counting. I know I was talking in the stream. I was talking like, oh, I gotta lock in. I gotta focus. You know what I used to count those bug bites? Rise, did you use your own moves or did you count their individual bug bites? You know what I used? I used vibes. That is kind of sad, though, that ahead of Fairy Wind, it looks like Jumpluff just wins the zeros against Hypno. Because Acro plus Energy Ball KOs. They need to re-nerf Jumpluff. Don't tell Marto I said that, guys. Don't tell Marto I said that. Yo, Doms, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Here we go. They love Jai. Who doesn't love Jai? Everybody loves Jai. New TV series coming soon. I know. I went into the wrong meta. Living that's pretty nice. Take me all the way. You've got me right here. Combustible. And I can't wait to finally explode. The big, big bang. I've seen this before because he beat me with it. But I don't remember the third Mon. That would have been really demoralizing if we lost our 5-0 because we queued into the wrong league. But Hypno doesn't care. Hypno said, yeah, Rise. I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear you say that. Like you thought I was in the wrong league. Any league with Shadow Hypno, Rise, is the right league. Home Slice Henry does it again. Desperate Rise looking for team suggestions. takes one from Henry and goes 5-0 after our 1-8 start. I don't want no drink. Guys, I do have a small announcement. Nothing too exciting, but also kind of exciting, but not really that exciting. Pretty tame for us Go players. But I decided to join a caster draft league for Pokemon Champions. And we're drafting our teams as of now. Am I adopting Pocket? Pocket's an adult now. Can you? I don't think you can legally adopt an adult, can you? Otherwise, I should. I should adopt Pocket. Showcase a plushie. Let's get it. I'll hop out of queue like a responsible adult. Yo, who rated? Oh my gosh, Alley Cat. Alley Cat with. Oh god, I just spilled my drink. With the raid. Wait, okay. I need to get a paper towel to dry this real quick. Then plushie redemption, then battles. We just went 5-0, Allie. I got so excited that Alley Cat rated, I spilled my white monster. Luckily, it didn't get on anything. Okay, Dragonite. Dragonite plushie redemption. Look at that. Dragonite's a fan favorite. Yeah, Doms, I've had it, Oh, I almost did it again. Oopsie. I've had it basically since I moved to Texas, which is going on 3 years now. I've been thinking about you all damn day. Nope, it would have been since my Wisconsin days, but so back in 2024. No. Yeah, 4. Was it 3? Oh my god, I can't. No, it would have been 4. But yeah. Less than 3 years ago, you're right. I used a different mic. I used a Razer mic back then. But I decided, like with how often I use it, pretty much almost every single day for years, I figured it was a worthy investment. Sklumpy, what are you on about? If you go against Aurorus or Walrein, maybe GG's. Another Corsola with the sunglasses. Do you guys remember when Kaiser back in the day wore the sunglasses? NAIC. Yeah, the aura was off the charts. That's before the kids said aura as frequently. Mm, we've seen switch matters with this team. I threw on bad timing. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh! I know, like, obviously DRE and everything, automatic, but I wasn't sure I even... Oh! We're gonna chip with the punch and then go. Some way, somehow. I think we've just managed to, like, climb ourselves back to 500 today. What the heck? Get ready for Pato. He's gonna stream, make videos soon. Yeah, he's already started, hasn't he? I've already seen him posting some stuff. Very exciting. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. Mm, since I get outpaced at 2, it doesn't really feel worth. Catches on Licky, but, like, that's not that bad because we can align our own. You know what's an interesting thing to think about is doing those, like, 2... I guess if I swap immediately, I go 1 faster, maybe? I don't know. I just had the thought pop in my head. It was like, is there, like, no drawback of just doing 2 Dragon Breaths and then going there? Kingdra has a Swift. So he might combo here and win the CMP with his Kingdra, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay. Oh, did I live that? I think I did. That's where the snapback of the health. Hee hee. Muahaha. Mwahahaha. Even if he has Feather Dance, I feel like I'm fine. Like if he locks me into a Feather Dance, because I'm up a shield. Bow, 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 bow. I don't know. Baby blue. Not sure how to pronounce it, but Zay. I'll say Zay. Thank you for the follow 4 minutes ago. Appreciate you. Through the front door. Not alone. All I can think of. Someone in chat asked earlier if I watched the World Cup game yesterday. Yeah, we streamed it. We actually streamed yesterday after we watched it, and wasn't the most exciting final game. A little bit ugly at times, but I think the best team won. Right, the best team won. So big congratulations to Spain. For them to have like 19 shots and Argentina to have 0 until the last few minutes of the game. They were just the dominant side. I don't really know this cap tie. He lets it go. Through the front door. Black dress at the... Gosh dang it, dude. That's really bad. Do I live a weather ball from here? I do. Ah! No! Just an undisciplined play by me that may end up costing me this game. Damn. If I get off a shadow ball there instead, because with DRE, theoretically, I didn't need to throw when I did. I get the shield. This is Ox Sauce. Oh, he's only 2 off, actually. Wait. GG. The streak ends. So it looked like I was in 2 powder snow range on my Licky, and I just fired off the parting body slam, worried I wasn't going to get off a move. But theoretically, if I live 1 powder snow, I should just be doing 1 roll out there anyway. And then I get off the shadow ball And then that's a completely different end game. Darn. Yeah, it was a nice little streak. Oh yeah, Zay. Yeah, I have it set up where the music doesn't play on the YouTube. Sometimes I feel bad about that, so we do our copyright free music on both. Hypno to Worlds. I don't know about that. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Too ahead of ourselves. Also, welcome in Jamie from Palette. Hope you're doing well. I wake up in this bed, no makeup on, your head on my chest. Sit down, some coffee, hang with the dogs. Nothing to do, nothing at all. Love me like a wildfire. Friday, Saturday, honey, neon fades. Would you love me Sunday? Chad, I heard, Henry, I don't know if you've heard about this, but in the Battle Frontier Worlds competition, for those that are familiar with Battle Frontier, like a grassroots sort of modern day team factions format, apparently there's a group that contains um the elite TMs, who you know are like the self-proclaimed and have a good argument for like the greatest faction of all time. And you have Beelzebub's team from India with a lot of amazing players from there. And then you have Pocket, Lyle, SS Thorn's team, BTW, who's also like maybe one of the most talented teams in the competition. And the three of them, I think there's a chance they could all tie 2-1, and it'll come down to like tiebreaker points for who goes to the next round. Um, yeah. Oh, so you're on one of the teams. I had no idea. So you are aware. That's funny. But yeah, I believe like ETMs at least needs to win to move on to the next round. Yeah. And as Axon points out, like, what's up with that? What's up with this matchmaking? Our first round opponent in the group stage was the team that we lost to in the finals last Battle Frontier Worlds. I mean, that's basically like if Argentina and Spain were in the same group, right? That'd be like game one of the next World Cup. Argentina and Spain. Yeah, it's you guys versus ETMs. And that's a good question, Heather. Is Home Slice Henry actually going to suit up and play? Or has he been assigned a bench role? Um, this thing will be annoying to get rid of if I let this go. Okay, we're going to do what we did the first time we saw it, I think, and just go down the shield, farm down. Last time it was like a Raquinid, wasn't it? Okay. All right, Chad, this is a big moment. Can Rye successfully wait to avoid a catch from happening of the move? Unbelievable. Unfortunately, I don't think this quite KOs Firo. It does. Nice. Yes. We're going to throw on bad timing to make sure we get off this. And I think I'm just going to stay, make him throw a move right away. So, assuming a body slam knocks me out, he won't take that confusion. But then we just have Licky up health against Licky, and he'll have a few rollout head start, but should be fine. I love Licky versus less healthy Licky endgames. I love that matchup. Well, Austin, it's funny you ask, One day my kids are going to ask me, hey, Dad, how good were the Elite TMs back in the day? And I'm going to be like, well, son, they just had such an incredible team. They had S. James P21. They had ILQM, the Pokemango. Just all sorts of elite talent. Smash King. And don't forget, you better not forget the best player in the world, Yasser Alid. LNDS Kanan. I feel like I play him every day. We stream around the same time. Medi. Ferrixter, yeah. I heard Ferrixter's like still around. He's still GBLs and stuff. He'll probably pivot here. Otherwise, I think he just will get farmed down. Shields. Like, Licky's the obvious swap, right? Because Licky has double super effective rollouts, but this thing has dynamic punch, which would not be fun to take. Damn. It's not great. It's gonna do so much damage. He throws energy. Wait, what still exists? Crap, I'm forgetting. I had Drago versus what? Medi. Oh, God. Ah! Ha! That was scary. 4-1, guys, let this be what we've learned today is you can be a beginner. You can be a beginner, an amateur level player. But Shadow Hypno is so good, it doesn't matter your skill level because you can just plug it in and you'll go from a 1-8 player to a 9-1 player. It's going to be a little bit sad, with the World Cup now ending. I would really look forward to watching so many matches, Sometimes they'd be at nighttime after my stream. It'd be a nice way to cap off the night, but that's fine. I can't justify morning beers anymore, yeah. The Norwegian League starts soon. Have any of you guys seen I saw this troll TikTok account and it's so dumb it's kind of funny, but they basically rage bait people and they pretend to be a sports podcast and they're like, I've got a hot take, guys. I think that this Boppy guy may be good enough to play in the MLS. and then they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. The World Cup is not the same stage as the MLS, where you've got players like Tim Ream. And it's very silly. And you see certain people getting upset in the comments that don't really realize it's a joke. For the people that don't understand it, basically, there's a player named Kylian Mbappe who's probably the best footballer in the world, the best soccer player in the world. And the MLS in soccer, Major League Soccer, the American League, is one of the less, quality leagues. I don't want to say less. That sounds bad, but compared to the English league, the Spanish league, the German league, the Bundesliga, and the Italian league, Serie A, it's not right. It's not on the same level as those leagues talent wise. So it's these American guys trolling, saying that maybe they had one line that was pretty funny. I gotta stop you right there. I mean, it took Messi his entire career to get good enough to play in the MLS. Mbappe still has more proving he needs to do. There's also a guy that does a good Skip Bayless impression I've seen. It's pretty funny. They do a bit called ESPN Last Take. Mbappe's not the best player in the world. I mean, he's certainly in the discussion, right? I'm not as knowledgeable about football as I'm sure some of you guys are, so I'll defer. But like, if it's not Mbappe, I know Dembele won the Ballon d'Or, right? Which I actually didn't know about until they talked about it during the World Cup, and I was wondering if that was like a controversial Ballon d'Or, Dembele winning it, or was it like, pretty consensus? But you've got Mbappe, Dembele, Erling Haaland. Who else is like in the discussion? Like Harry Kane's really good, right? But I don't think he's really in the discussion for the best player in the world. I mean, Messi's still up there, right? He's just like 39 years old. Mbappe has 0 goals against Tim Ream. I think these days we typically are able to avoid queues for like 2 days at a time. We'll have some of our low fluctuations, and we inevitably wind up back in queue time land. Gotcha. And R6, that makes sense. Same thing in like the NBA, right? Like whoever wins the MVP doesn't necessarily mean they're the best player in the world. Like Steve Nash won 2 MVPs, but I don't think anyone would have taken Steve Nash over like Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Tim Duncan. Firestar. He's probably live. Corsola. We've seen quite a few Corsola. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. Take you for a ride on my big green tractor. We. Out through the pasture, long as I'm with you, really don't matter. Take you for a ride on my big green tractor. Boom, 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 boom. There should be enough Kingdra's really low. I feel like it might get to a Surf. But then our Reggie should just Dragon Breath down first, right? Yeah, I think so. Something steady. Leading her on. Yamal, that's the best player in the world. I know there's a lot of hype around Yamin Lamal, right? And rightfully so. Seems like he's some sort of prodigy, very talented, but like one goal in the entire World Cup, you can't really give him that title yet. Maybe one day, though. Maybe by next World Cup, he'll already be best player in the world. Yeah. Yeah, that picture of him and Messi is pretty crazy. For anyone that hasn't seen it, there was a contest where baby Lamine Yamal was basically like bathed by Lionel Messi when Lionel Messi was like 19 years old. Fast forward 20 years, 39-year-old Messi and 19-year-old Lamine Yamal are two players facing off against each other in the World Cup. In the World Cup final, nonetheless. People were saying that's proof that we live in a simulation. More of a go-getter. If I would have chased her. Nice counting by them. But I think it's worth the shield here simply to get this off. Get rid of Crustle. If I would have chased her, would have just tried. Stream of a goodbye. Okay, so arguably a mistake by me to do that. Getting a little bit risky. Does have Bug Buzz. We want to come in as quickly as possible to get rid of this. Nice. I think he got there, but he just committed to me going for the catch or something. There's a chance I could have just gone for the Shadow Ball, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I thought the Body Slam plus fast attacks might be the safest play. Kiwi, I watched that too. Yeah, I had a chill Sunday yesterday. I watched the end of the Open Championship, and then the World Cup was on pretty much right after. But yes, Ryan Fox won the Open Championship. Some people may call like the British Open. in golf, one of the 4 major tournaments. I just like all sports in general. Lithic, hey, Rise in chat. Is Altaria, Grump, and Empoleon okay? Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that team. Like, you basically have one of the most popular cores, Altaria and Emp, and then Grumpig is like one of the better safe swaps as long as you avoid like a Sableye or something. So it sounds solid to me. Rodri won the golden ball, yeah. I thought the commentator had a good line at the end where when Spain won, he's like, in a tournament where we've talked about all the stars so much, like the star of Spain really is the team. Because like England, right? They'd always talk about Kane and Bellingham. Norway was all about Haaland. Argentina was all about Messi. Not that that's a bad thing, right? They've got like their star, but Spain, like you didn't really hear people talk about the individual players as much. Maybe Lamine, just because he's like a young upcoming star, but 4, 5, 6, 7. I felt the same way. They had Bruce Buffer and Michael Buffer doing introductions, which felt a little bit weird. Like they had Bruce Buffer doing it in the same style he does UFC fights. Bro, wait, what just happened? Oh, that's annoying. I thought he was lagging, but he actually wasn't lagging, and I just wasn't seeing the visuals. Damn. Dude, this must be a really good Corsola because we were able to farm down a different Corsola in that situation. Uh, Maybe I could have got there. Would have been close. Ow. Like I'm on the run. Lover, come over. Looking like a bad man, a smooth criminal. Doesn't move like it did before. No more, no more. I'm just so low on Hypno. And he might have transferred a confusion. Oh, wow. That was close. If I throw the Ice Punch at Drago there, I just get Powder Snow down in 1 Powder Snow. So the only if I committed to that dragon energy in the lead, that's what my win con I think would have been. Oh no, Jason, I'm a huge Buffer fan. I think Bruce Buffer's like the greatest, you know, in arena announcer probably in the history of sports, but it just felt a little bit weird. Introducing the reigning, defending, undisputed football champions of the world, Argentina. But don't get me wrong, I love Bruce Buffer. Yeah, it just didn't feel like the right place because there's something that's like I don't know, kind of wholesome about the World Cup. Not that Bruce Buffer's not wholesome. Yeah, but I know Bruce Buffer, his UFC state. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. A 6'3" Go Battle League specialist with a record of 80 wins and 20 losses. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, by way of Dallas, Texas. It's actually the opposite. I said that wrong. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, by way of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Chris. Rise to occasion. Rise, dark. Yeah. I don't want to go too overboard. It was embarrassing with Buffer. Representing. Not that I'm necessarily a John Jones fan, you know, with kind of all the outside stuff that he's had. But I thought it was cool whenever he would announce John Jones. And John Jones got introduced as like a Sea-Doo fighter. What does that even mean? He was asked about it. It's like he didn't feel like he had a particular style. Like he would just see stuff and learn how to do it. Anyway, we've been all over the place this stream. That's what Q Times will do. They'll have me talking about sports and not Pokemon. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Ah, I tried to get cute. I tried to get cute, and I got punished. I think I'm just going to fire this off. It's not going to KO, which is annoying. No, no, no. I'm sorry I'm freaking out, but like I had such a good play there and it just didn't work. Like I'm pretty sure I tapped correctly. But I could have saved. Okay, it's fine. Jelly's really low. So Jelly should only get off one move. We shield this. We're down 2 shields. And it's going to be Aurorus to ruin my day. Okay, not Aurorus. Five. I have to commit to Shadow Ball. I mean, Ice Punch obviously isn't going to do it. I don't know if I live 2 Powder Snows. I don't think I do. Sag. Dude, it didn't let me out there. That's really annoying. I think I win because I would have been able to save a Licky. It would have been essentially the same game, except I would have been able to save a Licky one rollout away from a body slam. So that's really annoying. I'd have to watch it back. There's a chance like my switch timer was like 1 nanosecond from being up. But I felt like I saw it. I saw it change and was able to click, and it just didn't register. And it made me do another rollout because I like waited. Ah. Thank you, Dead Talks, if I'm saying that right, for the follow. Appreciate you, by the way. Chat, despite our 1-8 start, this battle here would be to go 14-11. Another Corsola. This matchup has appeared to be very IV dependent. He's going to save it, which could spell some trouble for us. If it's like a bug in the back, I might just be cooked. Okay. We always shield this. Nice. That should be a game. he stays in because if I didn't have Shadow Ball, like there might still be play for Medi here, but once Shadow Ball is revealed, that's kind of just game. Let's go. Three, two. I do have a sixth set banked. Shout out Hypno to Worlds Pog. That's what Jamie from Pallet was saying. Shiny Godkins, OMG. Thank you so much for the raid. We do have this one final set, but we seem to have hit the Q time land. So I'm thinking about maybe raiding out here. Thank you, Shiny Godkins. Appreciate you. Oh, that wasn't too bad. The Grumps. I mean, I pace the same. And he goes for the Shadow Ball. Interesting. Okay. Whoa. He had double air cutter, but he lets me punch. I think I'm going to shield. Hopefully we can avoid a catch. And now we've got a 3-on-1 fast break. I'm just going to stay in for this chip damage. Just do this. I think we swap there. And he has to throw something. He'll get to a Dragon Energy potentially against our Licky, but then we just get to a Body Slam and win. Mr. Licky. Good day to you, sir. First time chatter. I'll call you Matic. Yesterday I got Dragonite 3800 CP and 100% IV. That's great, dude. That's phenomenal. 100% IV is awesome. If you have the XLs and Stardust, you could max that out. Congratulations. We're at the 2 hour and 13 minute mark. I'm contemplating rating Final Boss AJ here. Never, ever, ever be apart. We an item. Go quit playing. We're just friends. What are you saying? Gold Cat, welcome in. And thank you for the follow, Matek. Happy to have you here. Thought you'd always be mine. You're searching for someone who has Lugia. Well, considering it may be difficult to trade for a Lugia with someone in this chat, because you're probably in a different location than them, I'd recommend maybe searching somewhere else for that in particular. Because now I'm in pieces. Off work early because of the stream. Glad to have you here, dude. This team's been going so well for us. I don't want to like switch over to regular greatly. That did not treat us as kindly today. There we go. I guess we're in like that in between queue timeline where we just have to wait like a couple minutes. We just have to wait like a couple minutes every time. When I was 13, I had my first love. I was starstruck. I mean, that's fine. He threw at 6, so I can do 1 and throw. Thought you'd always be mine. He won't come in with course. It was a very tempting bait. I mean, if he's going to expend the energy here, I'm going to take it. Because we know Corsola has energy and is waiting for Hypno. And then he throws on bad timing. Remember first time we met, you was at the mall with your friends. I was scared to approach you, but then you came closer. Let's it go. I should live Weather Ball. The damage recognition. The damage recognition that we live 2 powder snows. Unbelievable. Can't keep off. Got me singing like na 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 na. Matek, I would try to find someone in your local community, maybe on Facebook, that can trade you a Lugia. Is that possible? How do I feel about the Tyler Hero trade? Yeah, we talked about it a lot on the stream earlier when it happened. Like, obviously it's sad, you know, to have Giannis like the end of that chapter, that era with the Bucks. But if they were gonna trade him eventually, it was the type of trade I wanted them to do, where we just traded for like a bunch of young talent and picks versus like Jalen Brown, for example. So I was fine with it. Just because like we knew it was gonna happen for a long time. It's like all they've talked about the media for years. Giannis is going here, Giannis is going there. Shawty's like a melody in my head. Nice bait. Just a sand tomb. I think I'm actually going to shield anyway, though. Because... well, this is a little bit awkward. Three... 8... I should get the farm down. But I'm quite low. I think that damage is pretty nice. What do we do here? Get the final shield. He's only at 5. So he threw right away. I think I just win, right? I'll just double up since he's not at a Hydro Cannon. Nice. Yeah. There's been like some talk about LeBron potentially going back to Miami, right? But like, I don't know how that would even fit. Giannis, LeBron, and Bam together. That doesn't seem like a great fit. Gonna have to just sack Licky here. Bruh. So much energy. It's pretty bad for us. Do we think that was a snipe? I think that was probably a snipe. Aurorus Furret. Aurorus Furret ABA with Primate. Plus, it was the instant Q as well. Wait, let me check who that was. If I recognize them from my sniper list. No, I don't recognize that name. Well, chat, it's been a fun day. We're probably going to hit about 2.5 hours. Longer stream, but we've got one battle left. Let's try to get our last Q here. One final battle. We will try our best to make it count. Oh, Issa, sorry. I just don't have it updated, but this is the 6th set, actually. We went 3-2 in the penultimate set. And this is the 6th set. Appreciate you, Sterna. Glad you're enjoying the playlist. It's been pretty random today. This is one of my older playlists, which is very all over the place. Here we go. Final battle of the day, Shelgon. This is a good position to be in, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'd rather take the power gem than expend all that energy. It's fine. He's one off on Corsola. Doesn't shield. That's makes my life a lot easier. I think we just shield this. And then he comes in with Course, right? So we just fire this. And we have 2 moves on Regidrago. Reginald, Drago. Oh, nice. Hypno too good. Let's go. The 3-ball flex to end the stream. And a 4-1. Special shout out to Home Slice Henry for suggesting the Shadow Hypno. We started the stream 2-8. 1-4, 1-4. And then we had 4 consecutive positive sets with the Shadow Hypno. Unreal. 2970. I think that's going to do it for me today, folks. I see Axon just went live, but Final Boss AJ is also live. So I could raid either. I'll raid AJ just because we've raided Axon twice this week, and I'm sure AJ will probably ultimately raid into Axon. So that way, 2 birds, 1 stone. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow. Did you see any of Winning Time on HBO? I really enjoyed it. That's like the Lakers series, right? You know, I'm sure I would enjoy it. It's just like, I don't know. As much of a basketball fan I am, it feels hard for me to get by like basketball with like actors of real players that existed, you know? But at the same time, some of my favorite movies of all time are like Glory Road and Coach Carter. So maybe I would enjoy it. I don't know. Bye bye, Carmander. And bye bye, everybody else. See you later.